Good morning, welcome back to Nintagious. Tonight is the night, but since I pre-ordered Monster Hunter Generations online, it's coming in the mail, and therefore I don't have it yet. But that's okay. There's still plenty of stuff for me to do on Monster Hunter 3. And, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend maybe 2, maybe 3 hours playing this, I think. Just kind of hanging out. Same thing I did yesterday for the most part. I forgot to get my gamepad. Excuse me. I don't really use the gamepad all that much, so I have it set up on a dock underneath my desk, like where the console is. So it's way out of reach. Okay, first of all, since I started early, I'm gonna give everyone some time to like get here, I think, before I do a pixel giveaway. Of course, I'll probably forget to do it, but whatever. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go kill the Duramboros again, because I really want to get the rest of the pieces so I can make. Where is he? There he is. I really want to get the rest of the pieces so I can make better armor. So, I don't know, stop. I'm probably gonna have to kill at least 2 of these things, if not 3. So we might as well just get one out of the way now. I almost started as early as 6, which, for those not in my time zone, I'm Eastern time, so it's 10 of 7 right now. So no one was live, so I was bored, but like I had other stuff to do, so I was like, let's keep working on this for a little bit, and then when I reach a good stopping point, then I'll come stream. So that's what I did. My wrist is cramped up from all the drawing I was doing. How am I? I'm alright, son. I'm fine. I can't complain. Super hyped for Generations tonight. I hope hyped enough that I'm concerned that I'm not going to be able to sleep very well, and that like the stream's going to be late, or I feel like there's a high chance that the stream tonight is going to be early, and I'm going to be a total zombie because I'm not going to, I won't have had enough sleep. Hey, buddy. Alright, so I now know that capturing is not a good thing here. But I know that breaking is a good thing. I want to break the hell out of this guy. But yeah, I feel a little rejuvenated since I took last night off. And I spent a lot of time I spent a good deal of time just being lazy and watching streams, honestly, but then I did get some work done. I stood up all night, or you stood up all night? I definitely did, but I always do. So, like, I sleep during the day. So that's not weird for me. That's the way I roll. JMT, how's it going? Good morning / good night, because I don't know if you're working tonight, so... Ow, that jerk. Wow, that almost knocked me off. That would have been bad. Not bad, just annoying. Well, this one isn't really playing nice. Yeah, like, I feel like it's unfair to even say, like, oh yeah, I was up all night, because I'm always up all night. That's my day. So, saying that I was up all night makes it sound like I haven't slept in, like, I just skipped sleeping. And that's not the case. Oh my goodness. Do your spin thing. That's the easy ones. But yeah, I feel like it might have been kind of silly to start streaming this early, because like I usually, when I do a morning stream, it's usually around like 7, which I guess it was only like 10 minutes early, so whatever, but I don't know, I wanted to get some Monster Hunter 3 in tonight anyway, so I was gonna be playing, so like why not, right? Gets me more damn watch hours. You're pretty tired? Are you not used to being up all night? Or is this around when you usually go to sleep? This is when I prefer to usually go to sleep. But it got kind of out of hand, like, for a couple reasons. And now I don't go to sleep until like 10 o'clock. Which I guess that indie thing is today, isn't it? Maybe, like, I might wind up watching that. If I'm still up at that point. Or even if I just wake up and, like, am unable to sleep. I don't think I'm gonna record for it, though. Part of me is like, should, because you never know what's gonna happen, but it's at like noon, I think. It's just a very inconvenient time for me, so. If it were a full-on Nintendo Direct, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll make an exception. Say this could be very bad. Cha-Cha, you're trying. Okay, you're trying though. You're not though. Like, everything's going wrong in this fight. This is a very annoying fight so far. Am I playing this on Wii U? Yes. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just run back to camp really quick and heal. There's no use in using potions when I'm this close. This Durambros is, like, being very aggressive. Cha-cha. There's not even anything. Which, I mean, that's still good, so... It's not like I've already broken the tail or something. But he's not throwing himself, so that's not useful. That was just a big waste of time. Jerk. It's the jackpot on the top left. So I have it in chat courtesy that is pixels. You just generated them just kind of by hanging out. Sometimes I'll give them away for like being here early or for hitting certain like milestones. As a matter of fact, like it's been about 10 minutes, so I will go ahead and do give some out for those that were here at the beginning. And then, yeah, like JMT just did, you can gamble those to try and win more. And whenever you lose, it puts 50% of the losing, I think, into the jackpot. And if you roll a 100, then you win the jackpot. It's a pretty temporary system, though. I pretty regularly think about replacing it and doing something else with pixels. I just haven't fully decided on anything yet. You are really not playing nice. I'm not satisfied with this fight so far. Yeah, I kind of liked the idea of making it so that viewers could actually spend the pixels to, like, show that they want me to do certain things on stream. That's kind of what I was thinking about, is making it that, like, basically... Because you kind of pay them, if you want to look at it like that. You'd kind of, like, pay the pixels or, like, pledge or donate the pixels towards, like, oh, I want to see you play this game, or something like that. Ooh, there goes the horns. So at least I got those. So yeah, I looked up, I did a hunt of this guy last night. And I captured him. And then I found out that was a really bad idea. Because you only have like a 20% chance of getting shells from captures, and that's what I need. I need a bunch of shells for the armor. I think it's like a 20% chance from breaking the horns, it's like another 20 or 30% from breaking the tail, and the humps, I think. Oh god. Oh god. Here we go again. Do the thank you. Just playing along for it. Yeah, some of the problem with that is I feel like I'm gonna have to get a custom script made for the currency. So I have to like write up like here's what I want the script to do, and then contact somebody that can do it, and see if they'd be down to do it or not. It hasn't been that much of a priority, so I just haven't been worried about it. Because at this point, pledging them towards like different playthroughs like wouldn't be super helpful, because my schedule's kind of set at the moment. Like I already know what games I'm playing right now. I originally got the idea because somebody asked, and I've seen people ask and do it in other chats with currencies as well. They ask what happens if you give currency to Master Hand, to the bot, And I was like, well, nothing happens, because, I mean, you can give him pixels, but it doesn't do anything, they just sit there and rot. And then I was like, well, what if you could make it that it actually keeps track of how many you give to a certain source, and then use that as, like, milestones? I could set that up in a pretty shoddy way, but I'd kind of like to have a little extra polish to it. I could basically rework the jackpot so that you always lose, and then 100% of the losing goes into the jackpot, and then just consider it like a bank instead of a jackpot, and like you're just paying instead of gambling. But I could only then make it go towards one game at a time, whereas I think it would be cool to have it that you could like pick from a couple different games. I might just set it up to do one game at a time, just for the hell of it. Because why not? The jackpot's fairly arbitrary, so I'm like not super into it. And hey Seth, how's it going? Good morning. I think the give command only works if you're a regular. I think that's why that didn't work. I think I made it that you have to be a regular to use it so that people don't accidentally use it. Or, like, use it without realizing what exactly they're doing. Either that or it was on cooldown. I don't know. If I rework the system, it's, like, give is probably going to go away anyway, because it's going to effectively always be give. Oh, it's out of bounds. Oh, there we go. But I didn't get it because he got up before I mined it. Now I might have lost my chance on that one. Well, you're a bastard. This one is not playing nice at all. But yeah, I thought that would be more interesting than, like... I've also played with the idea of, like... Oh, well, when I hit certain, like, subscriber milestones or something. This is awful. What's going on? So screwed. I'm amazed that I made it out of that. Let's see if I can get this. No, it's still gonna be nothing found because he got up. Oh, you suck! God, you're such a bitch. Yeah, I thought about saying, like, oh, I'll play such and such a game at when I hit so many subs or whatever. And then I thought it would be more interesting, like, if people really wanted to see me play something, that I could just be like, well, put your pixels towards it. Because that is effectively, like, spending your time in the chat, if that makes sense. And yeah, I know anyone who's, like, been around is probably like, man, you talk about doing this all the time and you never actually do it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just not entirely sure what I want to do. I don't know if the whole, like, giving your, like, paying your pixels towards something is, like, interesting. I don't know if people would like it. If that makes sense. For the most part, I've heard people say, like, yeah, that's a good idea. So... I also have to think up games to put on to use there. To say, like, okay, so here the system's live, now the first game is gonna be this. And if you guys put a certain number of pixels towards that, I'll play it on stream. So there's a lot to, like, think about with it, too. I also have to figure out... how much is a good number in terms of, like, how much I should ask per game. It should be manageable, but also not happen so fast that I don't have time to get through all the games. That's pretty bad. Blink 182, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Are they still making music? I remember them from when I was in high school. I think some of them are still making music, right? Dark Side Brutal rematch. You mean like all of them, or specifically Mecha Brutal? I only ever did them the once. So, like, I don't really remember them that much. It's been funny, like, Dan makes a point of doing them on his Damageless run now, which is, like, incredibly risky. And that part of the run is always, like, really intense. Now, the part above the jackpot is how many likes the stream currently has. It's my lives counted because likes give me life or something. Let me just run over to camp quick and heal, because why not? I'm right here. Or you're now healing me. God damn it, Cha-Cha. Oh, my back is killing me. That's why I'm sitting back instead of like punching it. Usually I kind of like hunch forward when I'm streaming. Maybe not that far, but I usually try to sit a little bit closer. But my back's kind of sore, so I'm trying to sit back and be straight. Mistake in progress. Do you mean like how much you can gamble up to 250 at a time, if that's what you mean? Otherwise, the roll comes out as between 0 and 100 or 1 and 100. I'm actually not sure. I think you can get a 0. And no, you're fine. Question asking only really bothers me when it's, like, redundant, like somebody's, like, asking the same question over and over again, as if I'm not answering them, or if it's, like, memey, if that makes sense? Where they're just asking stupid shit, like, What if you had to play Fortnite, or you couldn't play any other game ever again? And then I'm like, okay, those type of questions annoy me, but... Yeah, Topper is... he can kind of be a jerk. It's weird, because he's like the first one you fight, and you don't usually think of him as being that difficult, but he can definitely be difficult. The other ones I don't really mind that much, although Rango really screwed me up when I was doing my damageless runs the other night. Which is why I rerouted him. I routed him out of the run, because I was like... It was one of those fights that I had practiced him like 5 times and never gotten a hit on him, ever. And then all of a sudden, he hit me like twice in one fight. Like, everything just went horribly wrong. I'm almost certain he's out of bounds. Yeah, you asshole. I don't have that much trouble with Harriet, and I don't have that much trouble with Spewer. Rango I skip entirely now in my damageless route. But like casually, like my first time, like when I first played through the game and 100% it, like I don't remember having trouble with any of them, really. But I do remember the one on Darkside being pretty rough, since it's kind of like a gauntlet. It's kind of funny because I could probably do it like rather easily now. Yeah, that's the problem with the Darkside one, is that like I don't think you get any healing or anything. It's a little on the punishing side. Hey Kenny, how's it going? You're still awake? Ow. This could be bad. Oh, okay, I got lucky. I don't have to go for the tail anymore. What am I doing? By the way, I thought you did very well in X5 tonight. I know you kept saying that you were getting wrecked, but I thought you were doing very well. I've seen many streamers do much worse. Crap. Down I go. Oh, that's a big setback. It's kind of weird too, because like I think the X series, I think X1 is like actually not that difficult except for the final boss. He's kind of a jerk. And then X2 is like slightly harder, and then X3 is like slightly harder, and then X4 all of a sudden is really easy, and then X5 gets really hard again. It's really weird. The difficulty levels are all over the place there. Because I actually played X4 3 times on stream because it was so easy. I just blurred through it, and I was like, well, I'm not done because I love this game and I want to play it some more, so I'm just going to invent other things to do. Cha-Cha, where are you? There he is. He's still in 7. Okay, cool. And now he left. You jerk. I haven't even bought the second collection yet. I'll get there eventually. I haven't played a lot of the ones in the second collection, so I'm a little bit hesitant to jump on that one. I have played X5, but it was a long time ago. And X8 I played a long time ago. 6 and 7 I've barely played, so those are basically going to be blind runs. You know, I honestly forget what the cooldown on gambling is. I think it's like a minute or 2. I don't think it's anything longer. And yeah, X4, like, X4 is pretty tough when you're playing as Zero, because a lot of the bosses are, like, not designed very well for him. But as X, it's really easy. Mostly because that freaking Buster upgrade that gives you a Buster shot like the size of the moon. It's like... it does way... just a ton of damage, and now I can't see anything. Yeah, I think I've beaten X5 like a couple times. Because I do have the collection on GameCube, and that was 1 through 6. 6 I just don't like, so I just never really played it that much. X3 is really good. I don't really remember liking it that much, but then when I played through it as part of the Legacy collection, I was like, X3 has a lot going on. It's really complicated, but I think all 4 of the first games are like really well-made games. Ah, damn it. Teach him. Oh boy. Can I hold out for some healing? I have a feeling you guys aren't gonna help me, because Cha-Cha's mad, and they're both mad and running in there like idiots, so I'm on my own. Alright. Let's just pop one of these. Let's see what this guy's doing. He's just fumbling. The only thing I remember about X6 is that the level design is really screwed up. A bunch of the levels look like they were just kind of randomly generated or something. Like, none of the platforms make any sense. It's really all I remember about it. This might... that was close. That's what you get. Ow! Jerk. I can't even remember the names of the Mavericks in X5 because of the whole Guns N' Roses thing. Yeah, Duramboros is kinda... he's something. He's playing nice now. When I first started this hunt, he was refusing to do that spin thing. Where'd he go? 7? 7. Yeah, I can only remember some of the Guns N' Roses names. Izzy Glow, I think, was one of them, and... Grizzly Slash. It's really weird. Yeah, I knew they changed it back for their collection, but I don't know their original names either, so... Now they're healing. Good work. How in the world does gambling work? Do you mean, like... Well, if you roll above a 60, or if you roll a 60 or above, you win, and you get double back what you spent. If it's a 90 or above, you get triple, and then 100 is jackpot. Anything below 60 is losing. If that's what you mean. Spin, spin, spin. You need to fall over so I can crack that hump. I want another shell chance. Not this time. It's alright. I need to try and make time to do some classic Mega Man at some point. I think there's still a lot that I could do in the classic collections that I'd have fun with. I think I'm mostly done with the X Legacy collection. I might try and do X2 Buster only, because I did all the other ones Buster only. X2 was the only one I hadn't done. Oh, this could be bad. This could be really bad. I might have to, like, dive here to... it looks like I'm okay. He's actually, like, going away from me. Where's that? How did that not hit me? Excuse me? This game sometimes. Whatever, I'll take it. And I was saying earlier about replacing the gambling with a system where you can be like, I want to see you play this game, so I'm gonna put I'm gonna like pledge my pixels towards that. I think the first game for that might be Maverick Hunter X, which is the remake of X1 that was on PSP. It's breaking my emulation rule because it's kind of the only way you could play it. It's the only way you could stream it, because I don't think there's any capture equipment for PSP. And if there was, I probably wouldn't want to spend money on it for one game. But I actually liked the remake quite a bit, so I think that could be fun. I mean, you can play as Vile. How cool is that? You know what, guys? Can we not? It had really cool music, too. And PSP emulation is, like, pretty good, so I think I could probably stream it with no problems. I should test that before I commit to that. Maybe I'll do that on Thursday. That's my next day off. Thank you. Where'd it go? I could always do it like tomorrow after the stream or something too. Not tomorrow, tonight. Third shift schedule gets my head all out of whack. Get back here. Get back here. I want to do the thing. This, and you're gonna roar, and it doesn't matter. No, it's fine. This is not good. Ooh, he's limping. Limp. It's good. I wonder if I could get that hump break before. It's not crucial to get the hump break because, like I said, I think that's only like an 8% chance to get the shells, so that's not... It doesn't matter that much. If I get it, cool. If I don't, whatever. Cha-cha, thank you. 7. Whoops. Hey League, how's it going? Good morning. Spin. If you could fall over, that would be really great. Probably not get a gray ball with that though. Going to sleep though, so I might be able to get in a few good hits while he's down. Oh, is this your first day? First day at college, or did you start yesterday? Yeah, it's that time of year. I'm kind of glad that I don't, that's all behind me. I don't really do schedules. I certainly don't do waking up early. Shut up, cats. I'm not gonna be able to get very many hits in on this. I wish I had explosives, because... like this. That's not gonna give me a chance at the hump, but screw it. Oh... boy. Oh, yesterday was your first day. Well, I hope you're going for something that, like, you're legitimately interested in, you know? Because I know a lot of people go to college just because people tell them that's what they're supposed to do after high school. But... I think it's more important to be, like, legitimately interested in what you're going for, so I hope that's the case. I hope you're looking forward to the experience. You mad? Not sure about what, but be very bad. Cool, work it out. Damn. It's flinching a lot. I don't want to use another Mega Potion. I don't, but I should. What I should do is go loot these sparklies because they might be something to use. Yeah, this was a mistake. It's just a mistake. Get out of here. Go fight Cha-Cha or something. Whatever that works. Get out of here, cat. Don't think I didn't see that one of you assholes took one of my potions. Alright, shells. Give me some shells. Shell! Okay. 7 more to go. Keep going. What are you doing? 6 more to go. Nice. 5 more to go. This is already better than I expected 1 kill to be, so... So I got 3 from Carves. It's a good start. Yeah, 3 from Carves, and I might get some more from the kill itself. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Oops, I'm inside Durambros right now. My bad. Well, it's kind of inconsistent. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 1 short. Are you kidding me? This game is such a jerk. My webcam sucks, to be blunt. So sometimes it gets kind of choppy, and then the audio appears to be out of sync. It usually fixes itself. Ooh, wait, one of them might have a shell. That would be nice. Not looking like it. Worth a shot. Yeah, I'm just using the shoddy camera on my laptop. I don't have, like a standalone camera, so... Sometimes the camera's, like, really choppy, and sometimes it does appear, like, completely out of sync. I remember back when the Smash Direct happened, and I was setting up to do record the live reaction to that, I did a couple test recordings, and on one of them the camera was like way out of sync, and then the next one it was perfect, and I hadn't changed anything. So I think it's just that the camera sucks. Yeah, 15 shells, I need 16. That's a thing that happened. So I have to kill one more of those, but I'm gonna kill some other stuff first. I don't want to just sit here and kill the same thing the entire time. So, I mean, granted, the chance of me killing him again and getting not even one shell is incredibly slim, but yeah, we're gonna mix it up still, at least, because, like I said, Generations is out tonight, and sometimes killing the same monster over and over again happens. That's just the reality of Monster Hunter. And when it comes to playing Generations, that's probably gonna happen a lot, because I'm gonna care a little bit more about, like, my progression, and, like, making the most of all my equipment and such. Here, I'm kind of whatever. It's not super important. Like, it is still important for the sake of getting through the game, but it's not a huge thing. So I'm gonna go back and do these capture quests, because I haven't yet, and if I get much stronger, I'm gonna have a problem with killing them too quickly, so I might as well just do them now. And hey Blue, how's it going? Good morning. I hope you're looking forward to new Monster Hunter tonight, because I am. What's the other one I have to capture? Wolfdroth. Maybe I'll do that first. And these are the only two I'm missing in this rank, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're gonna give me the traps I need for this. I would assume they are. So, it should be pretty easy. Let's see. These all suck. Got everything out of it, though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we have the trap and we have the paintballs. Poison knife could be fun. Let's do it. Why not? Tranks. All the good stuff. Where is he? 9. That makes sense. I probably should have seen that coming. Yeah, I mentioned that a bit ago. Like, I have a feeling I'm not going to sleep very well today, because, like, that's how hyped for Generations I am. So, I'm probably not going to do a reaction for the Nindies Direct. Part of me thinks I should, because who knows what could happen. But the other part of me is like, you know. But that was some cappy aim right there. Cool, that did poison him. Okay. So yeah, I just gotta kind of take this slow. Don't want to go all out on him, because we don't want to kill him, we want to capture him. And my damage might be a little high, so very cool. Yeah, I don't know, like, there's a small part of me, there's that, like, kid that doesn't know any better in me, that's like, oh, they could announce Shantae for Smash Brothers or something. That's not gonna happen. Like, if it does, I just called it. But it's not gonna happen. Like, there will probably be some cool stuff, but I don't think there's gonna be anything, like, reaction-worthy, if that makes sense. And if I were if I would have done a reaction video for the one they did for Europe, it probably wouldn't have been very good, because they were like, I got sick of hearing the word roguelike eventually. I was actually, like, I was feeling sick. They kept saying, like, oh, roguelike, 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 and I was like, oh, stop, please. Please stop. So if it's anything like that, it's probably not going to be a great reaction, to be honest. Oops, check kills. I do have unlimited internet, yeah. Thankfully, because when I lived in Virginia, I had Garbo internet. And I had to completely give up my channel for 2 years. And that stung, but I don't know. Before I had to give it up, and who threw a bomb? Goddamn cats. Before I had to give it up, like, YouTube gaming had just become a thing, and it really sucked when it first came out. These cats are assholes. Somebody please do something about these things. I say, knowing full well that I'm the only one who can do anything about them. Hey Mandarin, how's it going? And hey Flapper. Yeah, 0 days. I mean, it's still technically tomorrow for me because of third shift schedule, so... And it's coming in the mail, so I won't have it until tonight. But, yeah. Today is the day. Have my schedule for the week all done, and I'm basically doing nothing but playing Monster Hunter all week. That's a lie. I think Saturday we're gonna finish Kirby, but yeah, otherwise it's all Monster Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, I think Kirby on Saturday, and then I don't know what Sunday is yet. That's basically it, Cinema. I don't have very many minigames set up. I kind of don't like how spammy they get sometimes. That could be fun. He did go this way, didn't he? Yeah. Cool. That's what you get. Give me that tail. I saw that. I love the fact that chatbot lets me see messages after they've been retracted. It's fun. This is dumb. Horrible hunting. That kid. Oops. Yeah, you missed it. Well, I think you got there just after it happened, Flatbird. When you were giving Kenny so much trouble in Mega Man X5. It was really funny. Because I don't think many people got the reference. I don't really remember where this guy goes to the nest. Oh, he's limping already. Alright, you go on. You get out of here. Alright, let's give that a little time to see if he goes and does the nest things. He's just hanging out over there. I really don't want to risk killing him. This is a capture quest, by the way, so that's why I'm being kind of nice. I guess I could try to capture him here. I always get nervous that I'm going to drop the trap and then he's going to leave the area. Yeah, see, I think he's already left on way. Hey, Seven. Good morning. Oh, I forgot to do that. Let me do this real quick. Boop. Boop. Okay. I don't think... I'm pretty sure he goes all the way to 12, so this is going to be kind of stupid. But I've been burned too many times trying to do capture quests where I drop the trap and then he's like, I'm gonna go to the next area now. You'll get the 300 hours eventually, Blue. And you're still so far in the lead that I don't think anyone's gonna be challenging that throne for quite some time. Yeah, you can render up to 250 at a time. I thought about raising that, because if I'm gonna potentially get rid of gambling, I might as well, like, make it crazy for a bit and let people have fun with it. I don't know if I will, though. Is he just in the water, or is he leaving? Cha-Cha? What on earth are you doing? Oh, now you're showing me. He is leaving, okay. I hate capture quests. I'm so thankful. I don't think there were capture quests in 4. There might have been one to like introduce you to the concept, but otherwise they didn't really throw them at you a lot like this game does. So I'm hoping Generations is the same way. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Cha-Cha is not the best. I think I'm missing what you're trying to say, Mandarin. Shock trap right here. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go on. Hunters can... They can hold their breath for a very long time. Thanks, Cha-Cha. You're so helpful. Whatever. Let's just go. Yes and no, 7, because I already have this thing beaten up to the point where I was just waiting for it to run, because I have to capture it. So I was waiting for it to come here, and I basically beat it within an inch of its life before we even reached water combat, so... It's cool. We're fine. There we go. Now we can go home, cart this thing off to the butcher shop, and, yeah. Carve it up for parts. Oh, it's not letting you gamble? Yeah, it might be... Maybe YouTube thinks you're sending too many messages? I don't know. I don't have any of that stuff enabled, but I know YouTube kinda is fussy about it sometimes. And I don't think there's really anything I can do about that, sadly. Should I just go kill another Duran-Burros and get my armor? Oh, my armor. Like, that fight was so simple that it was kind of like, what was the point? Never anything good for this. I should have stocked up on mega potions, but I don't feel like going to that trouble. We're gonna cap out our potions first, at least. Alright, let's do it. Let's go. Go make some armor. Oh, your bus is coming. Alright, Blue. Have a nice day. I imagine I'll see you tonight. I'd really like to get a new axe. I've been kind of using this thing for almost this entire playthrough so far. But I don't have any other options to make right now, so... I could make a weapon of another type, I guess. I do have some stuff farmed up for some longswords. Can't see a thing, but I can hear my attacks landing, so I'm just gonna keep going. Oh boy, let's not do this again. Let's not. You just stay right there. You're like slowly getting closer, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go for the horns. Okay, it's too far away. I really need to learn to like get the hell out of there before stuff like that happens. I know it's going to, but I'm like, let's get 2 more hits in really quick. This might suck. Yeah. Man, I feel bad. The last time Mandarin was here, I was yawning like crazy, and now this time I am too. I swear the last few morning streams have not been like this. Yeah, I think I like my Switch thumbnail the best, honestly. I actually want to redo the Wii one. Like, that's how unhappy with it I am. The Wii U one's okay. It could be worse. It actually reminds me, I think I need to make some thumbnails for Generations. Maybe? I might have done that already. I don't know. I'll check into that before I go to sleep. Which, the fact that I'm starting to get yawny already, that might actually be pretty early today. But that would be fine, because if I could get the stream going earlier tonight for Generations, that would be awesome. What film? Why? I literally just looked at Discord. I hate Discord sometimes. Cool, my weapon's recharged too. Where'd he go? He went down to 2, right? Yeah. Hey Chadley, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, like I said, I'm not terribly happy with the Wii thumbnails. It was supposed to look not really mad, but more so, like, intense, because of, like, the motion controls. I wanted it to be a very, like, oh, I'm swinging the thing like a sword, yeah, kind of thing, and it didn't come out well. I want to completely redo that one. I just haven't made the time, because there's other things that I could be spending my time on. That's like the very unfortunate thing about, like, I'm very happy that, like, I have the ability to draw stuff like that, to, like, put it on my stream and, like, make it pop a little bit more. I love that I can do that. However, sometimes it's very, like, man, I just want to play a game. I don't want to have to worry about drawing all the crap first. Like, I just want to sit down and play it. Like, that can be frustrating, because I've been meaning to play Sonic Adventure for, like, a long time. I just haven't gotten around to drawing anything for it yet, so I keep putting it off. So that kind of sucks. Kind of wouldn't recommend it. But everything's been well received. I've, excuse me. I've pulled in quite a number of viewers that are, like, also artists, so that's pretty cool. It just sucks that, like, I always have to have everything ready for a playthrough. Thumbnails are, like, not a big deal. I've streamlined thumbnails to the point where I don't really have to think about it too much. I can just throw it together in a, like, if I don't do the Generations thumbnails this morning, I can do it tonight, like, before I start playing. It won't take me long at all. But, the guy, like, I draw the character, I don't have one for Monster Hunter, but, like, I draw the characters down for in the lower right-hand corner. Sometimes, like, those can just be, like, I just don't know what to draw. It's gonna take, like, 2 to 3 hours to do each one of those, and sometimes I just want to play a game and not have to worry about that. Like, I'm almost thankful that I didn't have to think of anything for Monster Hunter for that. I was able to just be like, well, it doesn't really have... Like, it has iconic monsters, but those aren't really, like... Drawing them in my style is gonna be, like, kind of tough because I'm gonna have to practically redesign the things. So I'm not super into that, but. Yeah, I'm glad when I was making my thumbnails that I thought far enough ahead and, like, planned them so that I'd be able to just make them very quickly. That was something I really tried to do when I was setting up the new ones. Cracked your tail. 1 out of 10, how much do I like Super Mario World? I'm gonna have to think about that, because I don't like Super Mario World very much. And part of that's because I didn't have the nostalgia for it. I didn't play it for the first time until like 4 years ago, and wasn't impressed. I came away kind of disappointed, actually. So I wouldn't give it terribly high ratings. It wasn't bad, though, so I wouldn't really give it a bad rating either. It would probably be in the middle somewhere. Hey, Mega, good morning. How's it going? Oh, there goes his horns. Oh, he's bad. No, he's really bad. I'm gonna get hammered. But yeah, that's why I've never played Mario 3 either, and I keep putting that off because I really like the way Mario 3 looks. I think it's a fun game to look at. And I'm worried that when I finally sit down to play it that I'm going to be just as disappointed as I was with Mario World. So that's why I keep putting it off. I'll do it someday, but I'll probably do it on stream at that, but alright, Cinema, thanks for stopping in. Oh, hi there. Alright, I need you to do me 2 favors. 1 favor. Do your spinny thing and slam so I can mine your tail and then break it off. Which I don't really have to. I only need 1 shell. It's kind of whatever. But do it anyway because it's satisfying. Ow. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You could also like topple on your side so that I could crack that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Go far away though. Crack that hump. Hits it on that. That sucks. It's okay. Do it again. Probably just straightforward kill this guy. Really, like, 1 shell. It's, like, almost guaranteed. I really shouldn't think of it that way, though. I should be thorough, because this is Monster Hunter. I could come out of this hunt with only not finding any. Good amount of hits right there. It's charging. Do your thing. So I can reload this. I really like how I've pointed out so many times, like, some of these hunts take so long that you really get to know these monsters as you're fighting them. I almost feel like I could develop a dialogue with them. Like, yesterday I fought a Duramboros that, like, I named him because it took so freaking long. And so many magical things happened during that hunt. Rest in peace, Gerald. You'll be missed. Fall over again. Do it. Do it. No? Okay. He usually falls very early in the animation. Ow. Can't wait to make this armor. Like, I'm already honestly, like, my defenses are pretty high. And they're about to go even higher. I'm gonna make this armor, and then I'm gonna go punch Rathalos in the face. And he's gonna be like, I'm hitting you for nothing. What's going on? And then I might go pick on Diablos too, because he's a jerk, and why not? He'll probably still be able to like two-shot me though, because he's that much of a jerk. Which one of you little idiots decided to throw a dung bomb on him? That's not productive. Why? Why would you? This is not what I'm... Oh, this is bad. I got lucky. Oh, I can mine it too. Mine it. Sweet. There's my shell. Did you just throw another dung bomb on him? I heard that. Yeah. Way to go, 7. Doesn't matter which way I go. Well, I got my shell. I'm happy. Basically, nothing else has to happen now. Everything else is a bonus. Also, it's funny you say that, because like sometimes I worry that if somebody doesn't really know what's going on in these games, they might think that Cha-Cha and Kayamba are actually viewers that I'm playing with, and that I'm being incredibly rude and very toxic. But no, they're just crappy little AI characters that are bad at everything. So, it's okay. Like, Kayamba's just over there stuck in the blender, like, good work. At least Cha-Cha threw me, like, a buff or a heal or something while we were watching that, so, you know, he did something right. Ouch. I hope my next armor set has pants. That was a mistake. And I got very lucky, so... Luck is with me. It wasn't there, though. You need to topple again. I'd really like to go for that hump. I can't wait to be done fighting you so that I can stop saying, give me that hump. Because, yeah. Ooh, you killed a... Oh, it disappeared! No! Those bugs are, like, really hard to kill so that they don't fall apart. I thought he was gonna knock me off. Yeah, and, like, the tail isn't even, like, as suggestive. Oh, that's way worse. Thankfully, I don't think there are any monsters where you can cut off their heads, so you're never gonna hear me saying, give me that head. So at least there's that. That's something. And not many monsters have humps, so... Hey, Galacticron. Good morning. Ow. This might suck. Yeah, that'll do. Let's put some damage in here, try to break this off. It's kind of funny that I hang out with Dan too much, and as a result, like, I'm getting better at watching my language, slowly. But on the other hand, I feel like my humor is actually getting, like, dirtier. It's kind of funny how that works out. Now, like, all the time when I'm listening to streamers or even myself talk, and, like, I hear things, and I'm like, that's what she said. It's like, well, that's I gotta cover it while Dan's not here to cover it himself. And I never, like, really used to look for those opportunities, but now I definitely do. This is... Ow. Yeah, this might be rough. This is looking promising, actually. I hate when I wind up this far away, and it takes me so long to get there to start putting the damage in. Nice for the heal. You guys are being, like, very good about healing. I've never had this much luck with them being attentive about keeping me healed. Yeah, I don't want it in there. Let me out. Oh, hump chance. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna fall over another time. Get some damage because he's just sitting there camping. Dude, do it again, please. Oh yeah! He's like really close to the exit though. I might zone out trying to do this. Still nothing? Are you kidding me? Rip off. Yep, pump chance. So I like immediately chuckled after I said it. Oh wow. I don't think Tyrannosaurus is abused. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Give me a piece of that tail. Fall over again. That would be absolutely fantastic. No, not this time. But hey. Another shot at the tail's good too. Maybe. Not really. No! My weapon's reloading! I wasn't paying attention! Damn it! Delicious to you, that sweet, sweet tail. Crap, I need healing. I'm like totally not paying attention. Okay, let's rash it up. I don't know. I think it's that I'm starting to realize that that kind of humor is kind of like way funnier actually, because complete over-the-top swearing can be really funny sometimes, but it's very easy to reach a point where you're hearing it too much and then it just doesn't come along with this. And then it just kind of loses its effect. Oh, how did that not hit me? Are you serious? That's like the second time it's completely missed. Thanks, Mecha. And thanks for stopping in. Oh boy. Like, I feel bad because I don't remember whose channel I was watching, but it was a family-friendly channel, and, like, as such, they, like, if somebody came in with, like, bad language in their username, it would just kind of be, like, instant ban, and, like, not that I think that they shouldn't do that, because, yeah, when I see names like that, I'm pretty much, like, instant ban, too. But one time, the guy's name was, like, Fuck Nuggets or something. And I couldn't help it. I was laughing so hard. I was like, that's such a funny name. And it's like, I understand why you would ban it, but like, holy crap, I'm laughing myself into tears right now. Like, sometimes it's just done just right, and it's like, wow, that's hilarious. Crap. Yeah, that's true. I think that might be it with innuendo is, like, yeah, because you can get away with saying it, I guess. Because I've definitely had streams with that's what she said moments, and I've had people that are like, I don't get it. And I'm like, you're not supposed to get it. That's what's funny about it. It's kind of like people talk about like Disney movies and such, that it's like they have jokes like not necessarily like that, but they do have jokes that like only adults are gonna get, and yeah, the kids don't think anything of them. They might like think it's funny, but they might think it's funny for like the wrong reasons. Like they might not fully grasp why it's funny. There's definitely been some movies that I've like gone back and watched, like within like the last decade, like movies from my childhood where like there are jokes where I'm like, wow, I never got that as a kid, and like now I do. But hey, Cassidy, how's it going? Your AC broke at home or at school? Because you're probably headed to school soon, right? Either way, that's brutal. It's heat waving here again, so... And I don't handle hot weather well. Riley was telling us the other day that it was like in the 40s where they live, and I was like, yes, please! Please! I would love that. I would love a summer with weather like that. Yeah, some cartoons are like a little bit, like take it a little bit too far, but I think I might have gotten a little bit. We're good. I don't really have a place to dump the damage into right now. Are you serious? That was like the worst thing that could happen. Okie dokie. You need to tumble so I can go for that hump. I always do this. Chase him to his home, drop this trap, and then just pummel him. Yeah, I kind of, like, I didn't really mind Shrek that much, but, like, it's disgusting how memey it is now. It's... Anything that gets that memey, I'm pretty much completely disgusted with. I did think the first movie was, like, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world. I thought 2 was actually really good, and then after that it went downhill really fast. And a bunch of the really, like, later ones I never bothered to see, because I just didn't care. But it's sad because it kind of gives DreamWorks a bad rap, I think, because DreamWorks actually has some really good animated movies, but most people when they think of DreamWorks they think of freaking Shrek. But like the Kung Fu Panda movies, those are fantastic movies. Like they're so good. I've only seen the first How to Train Your Dragon, but that was pretty good. I don't know if the other ones were just as good. But the first one was very good. Whoa, a bunch of Discord-y stuff. What's going on? part of me wants... How many times has this one fallen down? A couple times, right? I think I might be able to go for the hump while he's sleeping. That sounds horrible. I might be able to break it, though, while he's down. So I'm gonna go for that instead of going for the trap. There! Love it. Hump obtained. Achieved. I don't know. However it sounds at first. Yeah, I think I saw How to Train Your Dragon 2 like once, but it didn't like stick with me as much as the first one. Maybe I was like trying to watch it while doing something else. And I don't even know how many there are now. Like 3? Can't keep up with that stuff. I don't want to sharpen, but I'm probably gonna have to. See, I actually disagree there, Galactictron. I thought 3 was the weakest movie of Kung Fu Panda. 2 is absolutely incredible. 2 is like almost a masterpiece. It's really good. And then 3, like, I don't know, there was something missing with 3 for me. It was still good, but it wasn't like... 2 is a movie that I would recommend to anyone, even if somebody was like, oh, I don't really watch cartoons. I'd be like, no, watch Kung Fu Panda 2. It's so good. 3 is like, eh, if you watch the other 2 and really like them, then sure, watch it. But... Even though I love J.K. Simmons so much, and he made a really cool villain, like, I don't know. Just something about the movie just wasn't... It felt just kind of off, if that makes sense. Again, not that it was bad. Oh, that's right, there's a show, too. I forgot about that. 3 only, like, just came out not too long ago, didn't it? When it comes to How to Train Your Dragon. And hey, Nintendo fan, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, I imagine you're off to school and everything, so... Even popping in for just a bit is cool. You got here just in time for me to notice that we do have 10 likes, so I'm gonna shoot some pixels off at everyone. So thanks for that. I mentioned, I think I mentioned yesterday that like I'm really like satisfied with how these morning streams are doing. Like they're not like super successful, but they're still like they're more successful than I thought they would be. So it's pretty cool. I do remember liking Chicken Run quite a bit. I've actually never seen Road to El Dorado. I've heard very good things about it. I've heard it's a movie that like every animator should see. Every animator and or illustrator should see. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. I should make the time to watch it at some point. Ooh, that's side step though. Oh, I got lucky there. Of course, now you fall over again. See? I already got that hump. I don't need a second one. Get out of here, cat. Kubo and the Two Strings was pretty good. It wasn't like fantastic, but it was pretty good. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw it on Netflix one day, and I was like, let's watch that. Like when I was in that area of like my internet wasn't super good, but at least I could still watch Netflix. And I was just watching like a lot of movies and shows and such. Now I don't have time for that sort of thing. Even stuff I really want to see, I have a hard time making time for. What was the other one that was like kind of stop motion-y that I watched on Netflix that was really good? The hell is the name of that movie? I'm gonna have to look it up. Jeff Bridges was in it. Paranorman actually wasn't too bad. That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but I thought that was a pretty solid movie too. Considering it was one of those movies that I didn't expect to be any good, I expected it to be very forgettable and just whatever. Like, I was pleasantly surprised with that. It was like, the one I'm thinking of was only like half stop motion. It was just regular CGI for the rest of it. I think it was called The Little Prince. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, The Little Prince. Yeah, that was a pretty fun movie. That was another one that I was like, I have no idea what this is. I'm just gonna watch it. And I came out of it and I was like, that was pretty good. I would watch that again. And I have watched it a few times. Okay. I need to stock up on potions. What do you guys have on you? Let's go ahead and empty this stuff out, because why not? I think there was another Dragon shell, like, of course. Now I'm gonna have more than I know what to do with. JK, I know exactly what to do with them. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. I have not seen Shark Tale. I don't even think I know what it is. Sounds familiar. Alright, it's time. The bad thing is this doesn't have very much fire resistance, so Rathalos might actually kind of destroy me. But whatever. Let's do it. What's my current armor have, actually, in terms of resistances? I already have negative fire, so whatever. Bring it on. Challenge mode. Accepted. Alright. Bink. I don't really remember much of Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I think that was kind of one of those that was like, it was okay. It didn't blow me away, but it wasn't bad. And I think Home was pretty kind of similar, where it was like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. One movie I was kind of impressed with was Boss Baby. Like, again, I didn't love it, but, like, I expected to hate it. And it was actually not the worst movie I've ever seen. Yeah, I could understand that, Galactictron. It wasn't super interesting. And through most of the movie, you're just kind of sitting there going, what's the punchline? Why is he a boss baby? And it does have, like, kind of a fun twist, but it's not very, like, in your face. You kind of have to pay attention to understand what the twist is. And sadly, it's one of those movies that, like, it was kind of whatever. It was just kind of generic, and like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't really good either, until you get to like the very end, and that's when like they hint at the twist and you're like, oh, like this movie was better than I gave it credit for. So I feel like maybe they should have come out of the gate with the twist a little bit earlier, or maybe just the whole movie should have been better. Like, it shouldn't have depended on that twist, if that makes sense. But it kind of needed that for it, to reach that point. There's my new armor. I think that looks pretty sweet. The horns look kind of silly, but that's okay. Alright, let's, upgrade it a bit, if we can. Nice. Going from... So now it is going to be a massive upgrade. Because I'm going from... I had 20 defense per. This was going up to 24, which wasn't a big increase, but now it's going up to 34. That's a big defense increase. Yeah, Emoji Movie, even the Emoji Movie was not as bad as I expected it to be, but it was definitely very generic and like, what is the point? And I guess a lot of people would argue that it's a movie that didn't need to be made. A couple of days ago, it might have even been yesterday. No, it was like, because it was a nighttime stream, where I quoted Jurassic Park and I said they were so preoccupied thinking about whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think about if they should. That's the Emoji Movie. They were like, they never stopped to say, should we make this movie? They were just like, well, we can, so let's do it. Like, it didn't need to exist. It wasn't as horrible as I was expecting it to be. But it wasn't, there was no redeeming qualities about it. There was nothing in the movie where I was like, that was pretty clever. For the most part, it was just, it was, was it Shrek 3 that people called it, said it was voice actors collecting a paycheck? Like, there was nothing interesting about the movie. They were just like, they were doing it just to do it, because they had to make a movie to make some money. But it was like, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. It's gonna be a while before I can upgrade my weapon again, and that's like a major bummer. My equipment might be where I might not be able to do anything with my equipment until I get to like out of low rank. I could maybe get that, and then maybe upgrade it, and that might be better. Anyway. I think they did hint towards that, Nintendo fan. That's what I took away from Boss Baby. That was... Because it doesn't make any sense that, like, the whole story of Boss Baby was that brother, I don't remember their names, it was him telling a story to his daughter about how having a sibling isn't the worst thing in the world. The whole thing was fabricated. None of that actually happened. The reason he was a Boss Baby was because that was the type of person his brother grew up to be. And he took those characteristics and reflected them on the character in the book. I think they did hint towards that. It wasn't real. That was all in his head. It was not only in his head, but that was something that he elaborated on to turn it into a story that he could tell. That's what I read from it anyway. It was kind of subtle. Like I said, it wasn't very in your face that this is exactly what is happening here, but that's what I came away from it thinking. I was like that's what they were going for here. Yeah, I think Zootopia was a really good movie. I think it has some problems, but I don't think it got criticized a lot because people tried to say it was like they made it solely to be like propaganda, and I don't think that's the case. And even if they did, is teaching kids to be to treat everyone equally, and that you can, like, if you're ambitious, you can do whatever you want to when you grow up, is that a bad message? I don't think that's a bad message, and that's what I didn't like about people being like, oh, this movie's just propaganda bullshit. It's like, because teaching kids to treat everybody equally is propaganda bullshit, then okay, if that's the world you live in, then fine. But I will say that, like, the longer that movie's been out, it kind of, like, I don't like it as much as I first did. The first time I saw it, I was like, holy crap, this is a good movie. And then the more I watched it, I was kind of like, it's whatever. It's still not Wreck-It Ralph. It's still not Big Hero 6. Like, those were both really good movies. I might even argue that Moana might be better. Maybe. Although Moana's the exact opposite. The first time I saw Moana, I didn't care for it. And then the more I watched it, I was like, this is a really good movie. Like, it has a lot of good stuff going on in it. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I still like Zootopia. I think it's a good movie, but the more I watched it, I think part of the problem there is once you know the plot twist, it kind of, like, stops being fun, if that makes sense. I think the reason I liked it so much the first time is because of, like, figuring out what was going on in this world that they created. And then once I knew what was going on, I didn't really care as much. Like, it was kind of like, okay. I'd be interested in seeing a sequel, maybe. See what's next. Oh, Coco was really good, too. I only just saw that, like, a couple months ago. And I thought that was really good. Alright, Galactictron, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a good day. And yeah, exactly, JMT. Like, that just seems like a core thing that's good to teach people. It's to, like, be good to one another. And Zootopia tried to address that, and people were like, what is this political propaganda bullshit? Trying to brainwash our kids. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That doesn't make any sense. Sure, some of it is a little on the nose, but still. And alright, okay, I guess it's Rathlow's time. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, Coco was really good. I really like Inside Out. I thought that was a really good movie. That's like one of my favorite Pixar movies. Up is really good. I really like Up. WALL-E's pretty good, but it's not like top tier for me. It's like A tier. It's like one down from S. God, all these terrible food options. Whatever. I actually need to watch Coco again. I only ever watched it once. And it was good, so I need to make time to watch it again. Okay, is there anything else I should be doing here? Should I be socketing my equipment? Is that something I should be doing? There, that's what I wanted. So I have Fortify, I have Recovery Spell. I could, like, I may be able to socket in some attack. I only have to push it up to 15. 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that. Do I have the stuff to make that? Let's check into that really quick. I might be able to get another attack up, which would be pretty cool. I haven't been messing with any of this yet because I've been kind of like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Inside Out's really good. That's one of my favorites. I think it's a really clever and imaginative movie. Yeah, I was just reading that review you sent me, and I'm like, what? Well, I finished my Duranboros stuff. I'm gonna see if I can make some attack gems to put in. Because why not? Oh, I only have enough to make 2. Where do you find might seeds? You can't farm those, right? You gotta, like, go out and find them. Otherwise, we were talking about the fine art of animated movies. And how some are actually really movies. I feel like there's another Pixar one that's really up there that I'm forgetting about. That's, like, one of my favorites. But I'm like really blanking on which one it might be. I think those are the big ones. Inside Out's really good, Coco is really good, and Up is another one of my favorites. Up is one of those movies that just like keeps you on your toes, if that makes sense. Because it was very much one of those movies that I went into not knowing what to expect. Which just made it a lot of fun, I think. But that's all right. All right, let's hear it. He's all the way up in 8. That's quite a walk. Yeah. So the first hunt I did was a Duranboros, and I got 7 out of the freaking 8 shells I needed. And then I did a quick capture quest because I didn't want to just fight another Duranboros right away. But then I said screw it and fought another Duranboros and got the shell I needed, made my armor. Upgraded it as far as it went, and now we're gonna go beat the crap out of Rathalos. Yeah, I almost don't feel like bothering with decorations, because that gets kind of tedious. And we're gonna have to be doing that for generations, so I might as well just like wait. It doesn't really matter that much. Not in this case, at least. I could have gotten attack up to like +2 instead of +1. But I think that's alright. Also, YouTube is lying to me right now. What a surprise. Yeah, it's not that bad. I just don't feel like worrying about it. Especially since I'm streaming, I'd rather just fight some things. Like, there's probably gonna be moments of that in Generations too, where I'm gonna be like, oh, I need some like random bugs to upgrade my weapon or something. And I'm just gonna do that later. Unless it's like a massive upgrade, I'll probably just be like, I'm just gonna do that off stream. Yeah, Cars is Pixar, but I don't really care for Cars that much. Cars 3 was, like, not bad. Considering Cars 3 came out and, like, nobody cared. Like, that movie came out to, like, 0 fanfare at all, which I thought was weird. But it wasn't bad. Like, it was a pretty good movie. Ratatouille was okay. I don't really feel one way or the other about Ratatouille. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was an acceptable movie. It's not one that I often, like, get the craving to watch. but I think I would say that Cars 3 was the best one, yeah. Cars 1 was very much, they were just introducing us to a concept of a world where cars live as people. Cars 2 was very, like, forced. I walked right into that fireball. Don't even act like you didn't see that. Cars 2 was just, like, very much, wow, you just really, like, you wanted to just crap out a sequel really quick, didn't you? 3 actually felt like it had, like, a good plot and everything. I think it redeemed the rest of the brand. Monsters, Inc! How can I forget about Monsters, Inc? I fucking love Monsters, Inc. That's an incredible movie. I think that's the one I was forgetting about, actually. I didn't really care for University, but Monsters, Inc. is a really good movie. Toy Story 3 was very good, too. Don't get me wrong, but I tend to focus on the ones that aren't sequels. And yeah, Cars 2 was I just walked right into that fireball. Don't act like you didn't see it. It was totally gonna miss me. And I was like, nah. I won't experience a fireball today. Yeah, University was, like, okay. I don't know. It's another one that's, like, it wasn't bad. I didn't come away from it going, that was stupid. Why did I watch that movie? But it's not one that I regularly get the urge to watch. Because I don't think it really needs to be watched more than once. I think you can kind of watch it once and you get it. Like alright, yeah. Should be picking up all these shinies, but with a Rathalos here, that seems like a very poor idea. I have one of these. It's gonna miss. Yeah. Yeah. I'm burning. That's okay. Yeah, you know, I could agree with that, actually. I was never even a big fan of the type of movie that it was trying to be, but it was definitely, like... Yeah, it was trying to recreate a genre that, like, doesn't exist anymore. And I don't know if it necessarily succeeded at it. Probably because it's, like, family-friendly, to be blunt. Because a lot of the movies it was trying to imitate weren't necessarily family-friendly. Also, it feels like they kind of threw writing out the window for it. Because they contradict things that Monsters, Inc. tells you about, like, these two characters, like the way they met and stuff. It's completely different from the backstory that was previously established, which tells me they were kind of like, they were like, we really want to make a prequel, so we're just gonna do it. Man, this is like, go, son. Catch up. Man, I forgot so many. I feel so bad. Incredibles was really good too, and I thought Incredibles 2 was also good. The thing that disappointed me with Incredibles 2 was it actually was Marvel movies are spoiling me, and it was too short. Like, it was like an hour and a half. It was just like, it was good, but it was over so quickly. But, like, I don't even know if I'd put it up there in, like, top tier movies. Specifically Pixar movies. I'm taking that Mandarin as you saying, don't spoil it, I haven't seen it. I wasn't planning on spoiling any of it. All I was saying is, it's good, but it's kind of short. And I try not to talk about Infinity War because I know some people still haven't seen that yet either. Even though memes got so out of control with that one that it's kind of hard to avoid them. Going back to the list that Seven just spouted off, Brave was also really good. Finding Nemo was pretty good. Finding Dory was kind of like, why? Like, again, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of like, why did this need to be made? I do think Finding Nemo is a pretty good movie, though. Oh, you haven't seen it either yet, JMT? I was referring specifically to Eno, actually. I mean, it's good. Go see it. If I didn't have so much else to be doing, I would probably be watching it just over and over again. But I'm finding that keeping even remotely caught up with movies as a streamer is very hard to do. Because I just don't have the time for it. Realistically, I could make time, but I just have to have nights where I'm like, I'm not going to watch other streamers tonight. I'm going to watch this movie that I need to see. But I don't want to. Watching streamers is fun. Did he seriously leave again right away? Are you really being this much of a jerk right now? Okay. I actually missed out on going to see Ant-Man 2, and I'm kind of like disappointed with that. Had like so much stuff going on that I couldn't find the time to go watch it, to go see it, and like now I think it's like already not in the local theater for some reason. So I'm gonna have to wait till home release on that one. What time is it for you, Cassidy? I feel like you're already like a good portion of the way through a school day, and it's only 9 o'clock. But, I don't know. I guess that kind of makes sense, too, actually. I'm still surprised that, like, you're, like, so allowed to be on your phone while you're at school. That, like, blows my mind. Oh, so it's the same event for you. I could reposition and go for the tail, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna hammer into him. I don't think Infinity War is on Netflix yet. That would be really weird, because Black Panther's not even on there yet. Ragnarok is. That's on Netflix. I have to check though. I heard it's on, like, on demand. Wow, he just, like, knocked down an entire, like, pillar of rock. What's going on here? Oh, it's on Amazon Prime? Yeah, school at 2:15 a.m. It's alright, I knew what you were saying. I thought I threw the flash bomb at him already. Didn't I? Did I actually have 2 of them? That's kind of weird. I would assume paid on Prime, honestly. Especially with how Prime has been screwing everyone over lately. Unless that was their logic. Hey gamers, we're gonna screw you over because you can watch Infinity War for free. Oh. Give me some of that sweet, sweet tail. That one's for you, Seven. Yeah, if it's paid on Amazon on Prime, it's kind of whatever. Like, of course it's paid on Amazon Prime. Like, that happens the same time like DVD release happens, so that's not news.
Of course, everything's gonna get yanked from Netflix in like the coming months anyway, because Disney's starting to get moving on their own platform. I was reading about that yesterday morning. Which is kind of funny because like when I read it, I was like, it was all like, you know, Disney's streaming service is coming 2019, and I was like, who cares? That's so far away. But no, we're like almost in September. Actually, that's not that far away. So yeah, if you want to see Civil War or Doctor Strange or Ragnarok before they leave Netflix, go do it like as soon as possible, because who knows when they're gonna get yanked. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. Get all caught up on that. I just hope the Disney service is like good. Alright, JMT, thanks for stopping in. I hope your night at work wasn't as bad as like yesterday's or your last work shift, because you said that was the one you said was really bad, right?
Also, fuck your tail.
Yeah, now you're gonna watch me carve it up.
Get out of here.
Bye.
And have fun doing your grocery shopping.
I guess. I don't know. I enjoy doing grocery shopping, but honestly, doing it with kids is probably a total nightmare.
I don't think I would want to do that.
Really, Eno? I didn't know that. It's kind of funny.
Quick.
So I think I've already banged this guy up pretty good. I think his wings are both broken. I broke his face. He just fireballed that deer out of the air, which was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna go for that. Was dumb. Would have been epic if it worked though. So you know. More first aid. If you guys could drop a heal or two for me, that would be spectacular. Should help so. All things considered, I'd say this fight is going pretty well. Ow! Okay. I get it. You heard me.
I need to watch the Castlevania anime. I've heard pretty decent things about it, and I'm more interested in Castlevania now that Simon's in Smash. I'm like, I need to look into Castlevania so I know what I'm looking at here. And Phil Fantastic recommended. He said, go watch the anime. So I was like, okay, I gotta do that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, it's kind of... I imagine that's why they're waiting so long to get their own service up and running, because they were probably, like, committed to contracts with, like, other services that they couldn't just back out of. even though it's freaking Disney and they have so much money and own so many different things, like, you still gotta stick to your contracts, so... Yeah, it's true. I think you're even, like, less interested in anime than I am, which is saying something, because I'm really not interested in anime. Yeah, Phil told me to watch the anime and play Castlevania 3, because I guess it's based on Castlevania 3, I think he said. Stretchy arm boy pirate. You know, One Piece is appealing to me. Like, I like the character designs. I think they have some fun stuff going on there. The 700, 800 episode count makes me say, fuck you. I'm not interested. No. I could never commit that much time to something. I say as I'm about to dump like 400 hours into Monster Hunter, don't judge me. I don't like putting that much time into watching something. Let me put it that way. But, like, I appreciate it. I can look at One Piece and I know why people like it. Let me put it that way. Because I think it has cool characters. You bitch. And yeah, unpopular opinion, but that's what ruined it for me too. Are you really... Oh, I thought he pinned me again. I was gonna say, my god, you bastard. I forgot that Rathalos could poison. I thought only Rathian could do it for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, yeah, whatever. You're being a dick. And now my language is coming out because this guy. But yeah, I'm in the same boat. In high school, I put in not a lot of time of watching Dragon Ball Z, but enough that I was like, I don't like this, and I don't understand why people like it. I guess it's similar to One Piece, where like the character designs are appealing. I kind of get that, but that's about it. Everything else I've seen of it, I've been like completely disgusted by. And it would be one of those things that I would give a second chance if it weren't for the fact that, like, they've remade Dragon Ball Z, like, twice. That tells you that even they acknowledge the fact that it's not very good and they're just milking it. I think. Maybe that's not necessarily the case, but that's how I read it. When they look at it and they're like, we should do an abridged version because there was way too much bullshit in the original version. Maybe you shouldn't have put so much bullshit in the original version. How's that sound? Like, just don't do it. Oh, he's sleeping. That's this was dumb, because he's just gonna roar and didn't even hit him for some dumb reason. I've seen some of Dragon Ball, some of Dragon Ball Z, and then the one after that where they're like in a fighting tournament or something. I want to say it was called like GT or something. Beyond that, I haven't seen anything because I have absolutely zero interest at this point. I would play Fortnite before I would watch Dragon Ball Z. You chill, please. Like, you're trying to show off, aren't you? That's what you're doing, because you're Rathalos, and you're like, motherfucker, I am Rathalos. You think you're gonna make a fool out of me on stream? Yes, I am. Oh, do you mean, like, do I watch subtitles or dubs? I was watching the full dubs, because it was on, like, Adult Swim and stuff, like, back in the day. But yeah, there's only 2 anime that I've ever actually enjoyed. 3 if you count Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I think some people do count it in anime and other people don't. So I would not count it personally, but I'll leave that up to you. Like whatever you want to count that as. If you want to count it as an anime, then sure, it's number 3. If not, I won't argue it, to be honest. That's a bad idea. Again. Does this even help? Because it doesn't feel... Oh, now you dung bomb him. Good work. I mean, at least that was relevant. And you didn't just do it just to show off the fact that you carry dung around. Little assholes. Yu Yu Hakusho sounds familiar, but I don't remember anything about it. I only remember the name. Because I think it was just like another one of those anime that was shown on Cartoon Network, like, a lot. Like, back in the day. Ghost Finger, I don't think I've ever heard of. It doesn't sound familiar. Yeah, every now and then an anime will get on my, like, on my radar, where I'll be like... I should check this one out, because I might actually like it. But then, like, I usually have trouble, like, finding the time to do it. No, I didn't have a bedtime in high school. I stayed up till, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. Just... I try not to talk about because that's going to set a bad example for kids, but I just didn't give a shit about anime. Alright, you're done. I was like, nah, I'm going to go play Smash Brothers Melee, and probably Kirby's Air Ride, and F-Zero GX, and what else was I playing at that point in time? I don't know, but... But yeah, in high school, like, I was already kind of, like, shifting onto a night owl schedule, and I basically came home from school, took a nap, and then I'd get up at, like, 7, 8 o'clock, and then I'd stay up till, like, 2, 3, and then take another nap before school. If I had to go back and do it now, I would probably just outright sleep after school. But yeah, I try not to go into that too much because I don't want any kids to be like, that sounds awesome, I want to do that, and then they're gonna get in all sorts of trouble, and yeah, so. And yes, you know, that's the thing for me with anime. Not necessarily anime films, but it kind of has to be a comprehensive story that has a beginning and an end. I don't like these anime that just go on indefinitely until they stop making money, and then they're like, okay, I guess we'll stop. Like, those don't do it for me. I have to feel like I'm getting a complete experience out of it. And that goes for Western media, too, because, like, there are Western cartoons that do the same thing, that just go on indefinitely and just make shit up, and I'm usually not into those either.
stock up on potions. I don't know what GOTS is. Oh, Ghost in the Shell? No. Yes? I don't know. I've heard of that one, if that's what you meant. That would be an I, not an O, so you might mean something else completely different. Now what am I supposed to do? Like, why am I now completely without a key quest again? This, wherever I got this key quest list, it was dead wrong, and fuck them. To be blunt. I'm gonna assume that I have to kill Diablos. So yeah, it says the next key quest is the Volcano's Fury, and I don't have that yet. Well, this is gonna be it, I guess. This is gonna be like the temporary finale for Monster Hunter 3, to be honest, because Diablos is gonna take a lot out of me. It's gonna be more frustrating than Rathalos was, probably. I don't know. I made short work of Rathalos. I think my upgrades are paying off already, but I still expect this to not go super well. And by the time I finish, I'm probably going to be getting kind of tired, and I'm probably going to want to stop. Because I'm going to want to get rested up for Generations tonight. And now, if I continue doing morning streams, it's probably going to be Generations. So this might be, like, the finale of 3 for now. Maybe. Which is sad, because Riley's been missing in action. I'm sure they would have wanted to catch the rest of this. They're probably going to show up like halfway through this fight, and I'm going to be like, that's it. Christmas is over. I'm so bad with sonic bombs, I'm not even going to bother. Neat. You said it's coming via UPS, right? I don't know how long UPS takes. Like, I don't know around what time of day to expect them. But yeah, after this, I'm probably going to get to sleep. Because I'll probably wake up at some point and check to be like, oh, did it come yet? And then I'm probably going to have a hard time sleeping, because I'm just going to want to pop it in and play. Yeah, I think every other game I've ordered has come through UPS or USPS. So I am not sure around what time to expect UPS. I feel like there might be a small chance that, like, I'm just gonna power nap, and then I'm gonna get up at, like, I might start streaming at, like, 6 or something, and I'll throw a pizza in the oven before that, so that I have food throughout the night, and I might make it, like, an extra long stream. I don't really want to, though. Hopefully I can get some good rest. And I'll be nice and well rested for tonight, and then maybe I can go super late tonight. But yeah, even though I'm saying that this is probably going to be it, whoever's still hanging in there, stay tuned, because if there's actually people here at the end, I'll probably want to do a raid, so. Which that seems pretty hit or miss for morning streams. Sometimes I actually have like half a dozen people, and I'm like, hell yeah, we're gonna go raid. And then other mornings, there's like one person here, so. Which I mentioned yesterday that like even 3 people, myself included, I consider that like raid worthy, so. Especially for morning streams, because like there aren't that many people watching right now anyway, so. If it's even a smaller raid like that, I think that's still appreciated by most streamers. Well, he's doing like no damage to me. I hate to jinx it, but I have so much defense now. Like, I just don't give a shit about damage right now, and it's kind of amazing. I just need, like, an equally badass weapon is what I need right now. I'll be leaving this off in a good place. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Right in the face. Owie! And the thing that really sucks is, like, there aren't... I don't even have weapon options. I can't even be like, oh, here's one I can go farm for. Like, I don't even have options available. Like, what the hell? I don't remember 4 being this scarce. I remember having, like, a good selection of of different weapons to get. But God, I think he's frenzied at the moment, so that kind of explains why he's all over the place. Diablos can still frenzy, can't they? Aren't they the only ones that can in 3? Whereas, yeah, in 4, like, anything can frenzy. I think Diablos still can. That was what made them so freaking menacing in 3. In Rage, whatever. Yeah, it's... Who can even keep track? Get your ass out of here. And yeah, I'm kind of tempted to switch the longsword still. Just because I'd have more options. I could make that ridiculous chainsaw blade or the Roggy one that poisons, and I'd probably be doing... I mean, I don't know, I'm killing stuff decently fast. It's probably not as big of a deal as I'm making it out to be. But... yeah, I want options. I want like a fancy, like, fire axe or something. That was a nice series of hits. Can you break his horns without a hammer, or do you need a hammer? Which I was talking about the other night that, like, I think I'm still gonna go with Switch Axe for Generations. I think the first alternate weapon I'm gonna go for is gonna be Hunting Horn, because I think you said you're gonna probably go Hammer for your second one, but I want to have the blunt weapon options if we need it. Especially if, like, with those sub-quests that I mentioned, that might be a thing. Like, if we ever get one that's like, break Barioth's forehead off, it's like, oh, well, now we need a blunt weapon, so I want to be prepared for that. Oh yeah, I forgot that you could make him run into stuff. I mean, I'm just kind of like hammering him. I'm not really worried about where I'm hitting him, to be honest. Just going for it. Isn't that what I said? Or did I say Barioth? I meant Barioth. Why would they make two monsters with such similar names? That's always bothered me. Their Japanese names are probably different, is probably the thing. Alright, well, fuck. This is so fast now. Faster. Yeah, I keep thinking Riley must have, like, overslept. This was probably a bad idea. He's probably gonna come flying straight at me. There he is. Oh, come on. I need to do a better job of paying attention to reloads. Whatever, I'm reloaded now. Since they leave, because the music stopped. That tail wants up there like that. Why would you guys dung him? Why would you decide that that needed to be done? This is bad. Or did he leave? I think he actually left that time. You know what? Hey Gator, how's it going? You mean in like the full version of the game? Because like I know you were playing the demo. When it comes, if you already have Generations, I have no idea because I haven't played Generations yet, so I don't know where to go for that sort of stuff, like who you talk to. And unfortunately, Riley's not here to help out. There's probably, they probably told you to go talk to an NPC at some point, unless you mean how do you get the pieces you need for the weapons. For some reason I was assuming that you meant who do I, like, who do I talk to? Oh, there's one of his horns. So he's the one that you break both of them. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Yeah, there's a lot to learn in these games, so
being a noob isn't a bad thing, because, like, as long as you're willing to learn, good. Like, because, like, there's two types of noobs, right? There's the noobs that are just beginners that have a lot to learn yet, and then there's the noobs that like, fail at learning. So just don't be the second. I imagine the game will direct you towards where to do that eventually. Because even 3 did that. Even 3 was like, hey, go talk to this blacksmith guy. He's where you go for this sort of stuff. So... No, I'm playing 3. I don't have the new one yet. It's on its way in the mail. Tonight I'll be playing it. Probably around 8 or 9 EST. I'd like to get started earlier, but I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, learning, for sure. Or having things to learn. I've complained about that a little bit before. Like, that's a problem I have with the community in World of Warcraft and potentially other MMOs. And even, like, MOBAs, it's a bit of a problem, where people, like, if you don't know everything out of the gate, they treat you like you're absolute garbage. And it's like, not everybody knows everything immediately. Like, not everybody has to know everything, as long as they're capable of learning. That's all I ask. The ones that annoy me is when they screw up to the same thing like 24 times and they still haven't learned to avoid it. That's the sort of stuff that bothers me. Yeah, if you can find the chest, they probably gave you a starter version of every weapon so that you can try a few of them out. They've done that in all the other ones, so I would imagine they do it in Generations. I don't think there's really a thing as, like, okay, some people might say like this is the best weapon. I don't look at it like that. It's more about what weapons you enjoy using, I think. I don't give a shit what the best weapon is, because if I don't enjoy using it, I'm not going to enjoy using it. So I would recommend trying them all out and just figuring out which one do you think is fun. I'm going to go with that. In terms of what weapons are good to, like, start learning with, I think Sword and Shield is a good beginner weapon. I think dual blades are a good beginner weapon. Maybe longsword. I'm not sure what else. Those are probably the first ones I think of when it's... Cha-Cha, what the fuck are you doing? Cha-Cha's not here. He's dead. Fantastic. Yeah, I skipped Generations myself. But that's okay. Honestly, even if I played Generations, I would probably want to start over anyway for the sake of streaming, so... Shit. Just way off. Now he's at 11? Is he going to sleep? There's no way I have him that low already. I'd say it's not a spoiler, because I don't, like, fully know what that is. But yeah, I'd say be careful with that. I mean, with a game like this, it's...
like there aren't really spoilers. I guess there are, but I'm more concerned about like I don't want to know which monsters are in the game. I want to be surprised by stuff like that. That's about it. I already know some monsters are in it. Some are like predictable, where I'm like, yeah, of course they're gonna be in it. That's the big one for me, because like I assume Diablos is gonna be in it, for example, but I want to have those moments of like, oh man, this guy's in this game. I didn't know that. That's cool. I like fighting this monster. Yeah, I think 3 was the same way, and I think 4 was the same way, where they started you with the sword and shield, but if you went to your chest, there was basic versions of all of them. Ow. My goodness. Like, the Enrage just isn't even fun. Can you do anything about the Enrage? Can you, like, knock him out of that? I kind of assume you can. Like, they're... Or am I just waiting until he calms the hell down? There's not really tutorials, no. There are some, but not a whole lot. 4 actually had, like... They weren't really tutorials, but you could go into, like, an arena where they'd give you, like, the basics of what the weapon was, and say, like, here's what this weapon's good at, here's your basic combo, and like, stuff like that, but it doesn't have full-blown tutorials, no. It can be a very overwhelming game to get into, honestly, because there's so much stuff to learn. Yeah, the tutorials are going to be like, this is how you make items, and here's a barbecue spit, you use this to cook meat so that you can get stamina back. It's going to be stuff like that. They don't give you tutorials about the weapons. I think that's because they assume not everybody's going to want to use the same weapon. So, now again, god damn it. 4 had like arena missions you could do where you could try out the different weapons that tried to like tell you a little bit about how they worked. He's being such a freaking monster. Hey Riley, how's it going? I was wondering when you were going to get here. I knew you were going to show up like halfway through this fight. Because I think this is going to be my last one. Yeah, sadly, Monster Hunter is not a handholdy game. You kind of have to dig. Like, yeah, there's the hunter's notes you can go through, that might be kind of helpful, but they don't really have anything where they're like, oh, here's your first battle. Press Y to bring out your weapon. Press X and A to use your weapon attacks. Here's if you press X, A, and then X again, here's a good combo to use. Press this button to put your weapon away again. Like, they don't do anything like that. It's not one of those types of games. But they do give you, like, they do have the hunter notes here. So, like, hunter notes, hunter info, basic and controls, weapon guide, and then I can go, where's... Switch axe is the one I'm using. This one's terrible. The one in Generations, according to the demo, and the one in 4, like, the hunter notes are a lot more thorough. They show you, like, weapon branches and stuff for combos. It's way more useful than the one in 3 is. 3 is even more user-unfriendly. And I imagine 1 and 2 are even more so. Attack charge, if that had more than +1, it would be a lot more useful. But it's definitely it's not a hand-holdy type of game, and that is kind of like that's part of why I didn't like it the first time I played it, because I had to really sit down and commit and be like, I'm gonna learn this. The game demands that you put forth that effort, if that makes sense. Hey Mike, how's it going? And new viewer from Japan. I'm sorry I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, I like Monster Hunter is very enjoyable. I enjoy it a lot. Like I was just saying, it took me a while to get into it. When I first played it, I was kind of like, eh. But then when I got into it, I got into it. And that sucks to hear, Mike, that the tutorials weren't very good. Those type of tutorials can definitely be frustrating, like how mobile games have tutorials, where they're just like, they walk you through the first like 15 minutes of the game, but they don't give you a chance to like look at what else there is on that screen. They're just like, here's a screen with 50 buttons on it, press this one. And then you go away from that screen and do something completely different without explaining any of what you were just looking at. It sounds like it's kind of like that, where it's like the tutorials don't stop, but they're not actually telling you anything. I guess I have to freaking capture this Lagiacrus. I guess I have no choice. Because it's the only quest I have left here. That is frustrating. Yeah, that's how I feel about Monster Hunter, Mike. Is like, the game really made me work to enjoy it. But once I reached that point where I did like fully comprehend the mechanics, then I was like, wow, this game is something special. It's just, it doesn't hold your hand. It really, like I said, it makes you work for it. And I think it's satisfying if you can sit through it and make it through all it's asking of you. Some gamers might not be interested in that, though. They might want a more streamlined experience. I heard that's what Monster Hunter World was, but then I heard that series veterans didn't like it because it was a little bit too much, a little too intuitive. So I still have a Giganox to hunt. I really don't want to do the captures if I can avoid it. I think I'm gonna have to research this a little bit, like offline, to be like, what exactly am I supposed to do next? So let's look really quick, because I wanted to stop around 10, so I still have 20 minutes. So let's see if maybe I can figure out where I'm going next here. Yeah, Riley, you said you played Monster Hunter World, right? You didn't like it? It's a tutorial for a new gameplay mechanic at the beginning of the final chapter of Xenoblade 2. Yeah, I hate it when games do that. I was kind of complaining about that when I was playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland, but the final stage in Kirby's Return to Dreamland is like, it's a shoot 'em up. So they're introducing an entirely new mechanic, but they don't have to explain it to you, because it's a freaking shoot 'em up. You don't really need that explained to you. So I think they do it right. Like, I think they were like, they understood how to make it work. But then you look at like Sonic Generations. The final boss in Sonic Generations didn't play anything like the rest of the game, and there was no tutorial. They didn't tell you anything about how to do it. They had Sonic's friends yelling at you the entire time, trying to tell you how to do it, but they don't actually tell you any useful information. That's like... That fight is a game... Like, it's a game design nightmare. It's absolutely awful. Oops, I went too far. How the hell do I keep missing? Like there. Okay, there's level 5. Alright, key quest. I do have to capture the Lagiacrus. Fuck my life. I know, but then it says right there you have to either do that or heat exhaustion to advance. Then you fight the Duramboros. I did that. Kayamba shows up. You have to kill Nibblesnarf. Velveeta. Then you have to do the delivery quest for the Ancient Mask. I did that. Oh, I forgot to do that. Forgot to do that. Let's go, Cha-Cha. It's kind of funny, because I knew that this was something I had to do, I just never did. Because I didn't... I don't think I knew there was an exit to Moga Woods here. It's not what I meant to do. Whoops. Can I exit back to the farm? Cool. I don't think I ever knew that was there. Holy shit. I'm falling behind on chat because I'm trying to figure out what to do. My apologies. Velveeta. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention. I don't even remember what they said all the time in Sonic Generations. But it was always, like, the most useless information. Like, I really liked Generations, don't get me wrong, but the final boss was a complete nightmare. It was so bad. Okay, so now that's done. So that's what I was missing this whole time. Maybe. Blah, blah, blah. Still nothing, because I gotta talk to people. We're evacuating because Flapper's attacking, I think. Damn it. I don't care. Oh my god. I keep getting freaking Capora'd. I have to do that. So I need Wrath Talons. So I have to go butcher another Rathalos. Yeah, Flapper. It's a running gag. You'll get it eventually. Okay. Ooh, I can get those from Rathian too. Okay. Do I want to do that quick? I think I have one to capture a Rathian. I could do that super quick, and then I'm going to need resources. Let's do the resources instead, because I saw there were two great Jaggy out there. Let's keep going a little while longer, because I feel bad that Riley only just got here. So, keep going for just a little bit. Just a little bit more. And then, yeah, like I said, at the end, I would love to raid at the end of the stream, if we could. So, if everyone wants to hang out for that, That would be cool. But if you can't, that's understandable, honestly, because I'm sure people have like school and work to get to, so it's not a big deal. I think morning raids are like pretty hit or miss. Sometimes I have enough, sometimes I don't. Cha-Cha, get on with it. My god, they're both in 5. Cool. Can I butcher them both before they leave 5? Challenge accepted. Man, 7 is freaking watching me while she's driving. I don't know if I think that's awesome or if I'm like worried for your safety. Here's your thrill. Oh, I get you, Riley. Didn't you say you had to go do something for school today, too? So I hope you didn't oversleep past that. Did the other one leave? Bastard. Nah. Gotcha. Ah, 40 minutes. Grab some quick resources quickly. Yeah, quick resources quickly. I'm probably gonna skip killing a Rathian or a Rathalos. I should really try and get to sleep, because I'm really worried that, like, I'm gonna wake up at some point and I'm gonna go check the mail and be like, cool, Generations is here. And then I'm, like, not gonna be able to sleep, because I'm gonna be like, I wanna play. I wanna play, I wanna play, I wanna play, I wanna play, I wanna play. Hey, that's still appreciated. That's usually what I'm doing when I'm watching. I'm not usually driving when I'm watching streams, but I'm usually just listening and not really watching. Because I'm usually focused on something else. So, I get it. I'm usually playing something or I'm working on something, so... Is it really already delivered? They must not have even tried to let me know. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow. That would have been amazing. If anything, that would have actually helped, because then I wouldn't have been worrying about, oh, is it here yet? So, thanks. You can tell I'm getting tired because I'm like mixing words. Goodbye. Alright, there's a cool 350 points. I have to assume it's probably not going to be here until like the afternoon. Hopefully, like, I know those things always say, like, by 8 o'clock. Hopefully it doesn't actually take that long, because that would make me grumpy. Alright, let's get out of here. And you know what? That went so quickly. Screw it. Let's go kill a Rathian. Or a Rathalos really quick. Why not? I'd ask if you want to do that, you know, but I imagine you have to be off to work here soon, so you probably don't have time. Oh man, I don't have enough resources. This is gonna be that's gonna be a bit of a grind, so I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this today anyway. That's okay though. Pistachios, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good morning. We could probably kill one decently quick. That's up to you. I'm not gonna push it. I can just do it. I can just do a solo one, and it's probably gonna be like same amount of speed, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Because really, even that Rathalos I took out earlier went pretty quickly. I can probably do this capture. I really don't want to do a capture, though. But still, I think I have one here somewhere that I can do. Is it sad that I, like, kind of don't feel like setting up a room and everything for multiplayer? Like, I kind of, like, feeling too lazy to do that. Sounds like a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think I'll just butcher this one quick. Unless you're already going online, in which case I'll do that. So what am I doing? Whoops. I got freaking Kaporid again. Did you want me to repeat that, Link? I don't even have to set that, do I? Because can't you just, like, join off of friends and you don't even have to know any of this information? So, like, who cares? Yeah, it's been so long that I don't really remember any of this stuff. Wow, we're only on rank 2. Is that where Rathian is? We could do the Rathalos. That's probably a key anyway. Actually, it isn't. But we could still do it because we don't have it done yet. Junk. Like, part of the reason I want to switch to the longsword because the one I had was going to be poison, and then specialist would have been useful. Yeah, Riley, I'm really looking forward to Generations, and I hope it'll be fun to watch. Like, I hope people are all down for it, because, like, it's not gonna be one of those games where, like, every single night I stream it, I'm gonna want to be. I'm not necessarily gonna want to be playing with viewers, so I hope it's fun from a spectator perspective, since that's probably most of what I'm gonna be doing. I do definitely want to have some nights where people can play, but. I'll let you do the flash bombing, because you're typically better with that than I am. Grab a map, I thought I did. He's in 3. He's going to 4, never mind. Did you know he was going to 4? Or did you get lucky? Yeah, I'm looking forward to just kind of getting lost in Generations. Because I don't really have that in 3. Like, I've kind of, like, been here, done that, so it's not an engaging world for me or anything. It's very much, like, just kind of keeping
busy, to be honest. And Generations is like, I hope it'll be more captivating. There'll be like new monsters to fight, new armors to make, new weapons to make. Like, all right, so I have to break his wings, but that's like not too big of a deal. So, like that'll probably happen naturally. Of course, breaking other stuff is cool too, but it's not necessary. Although, I'll be honest, since I've been playing so much 3 with the Switch Axe, part of me wants to go Charge Blade instead, just to mix it up. Because I've already been doing a bunch of gameplay as the Switch Axe. So, like, maybe I should do something different. Even though that was the reason I picked the Switch Axe, was so I could get myself, like, all into it. It's 44 degrees, I would love that. You have no idea. I'm gonna move to Canada. I would have. I'm sure there are bad parts about the weather being like that, but you know what, jerk. But yeah, weather-wise, I would absolutely adore that. I couldn't get tired of cold weather. I would be completely happy with that. Does he actually know he's doing that? But you... He's being... Like, the one I fought earlier was not being very airborne. He's playing kind of nice in that regard. Zoned out. I'm probably going to as well. Well, I messed some... No, I think I just made him flinch. Is his face messed up? I can't tell. Alright, let's let him get out of here so that we can actually target him. See, I don't know, because when I was playing the Charge Blade in the demo, it just kind of didn't feel right. And I think that was because I wasn't focused enough. So I'm worried that since I'm going to be talking a lot while playing, since I'm in the groove with the Switch Axe, maybe I should just stay with that. Because I know that I'll be doing well and like pumping damage into things and getting stuff done. This is bad because I'm very low on health. Nice. Yeah, that's the bad thing, is cold to that degree kind of causes problems. So yeah, I would love the weather at this point of the year, but then when winter came around, I'd probably be like, man, to hell with this. I mean, the good thing is I can definitely... I don't have to commit to just one weapon, for sure. I can, if I get bored of one, I can switch it up. Oh, do you live in like a touristy area? That where I lived in Virginia was like that. In the winter, it was a freaking ghost town, and I loved it because it was so just peaceful. In the summer, it was a nightmare. It was hot, and there were people everywhere. But in the winter, it was pretty cool. I could go out for a walk at like 7 o'clock in the morning and not see a single person out. Seriously. Nice. What hit me? I think, like, his hitbox dragged me into you and you launched me. Like, I don't even understand how I wound up next to you. That was so weird. Like, what the hell? This game sometimes. It sucks because I didn't get any good hits on his tail, but oh well. Sharp soon. Sharpen just yet. Damage on his tail right now. Very good damage on his tail right now. Oh, now I know. Sharpen. Yeah, now I can't do anything. Well, that works. Thank you, actually. I'll be right back. I probably should get in the habit of, like, paintballing again. Eno's always on top of that. I'm lazy about it because I have Cha-Cha and I can just ask him, where did it go? But I'm probably not going to have that in Generations, so... Whoa, tail, never mind. Hey Cassidy, welcome back. How goes your continued search for good school Wi-Fi? Forcing turnaround. Yeah, it's okay, Riley. I think I'm more concerned with, like, I hope you can make it tonight, because I'm sure that's what you're really looking forward to, so... I mean, again, if you can't, I don't hold that against anybody. I won't be sitting here all night going, I can't believe Riley's not here, I'm hurt. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But, it sounds like you're looking forward to it, so I hope you'll be able to make it for all or most of that. What's wrong? Ow. I suppose I had that coming. why I'm gonna die. Because for some reason that fire didn't wear off as fast as it should have. I rolled 3 times and it didn't wear off. It was weird. Yeah, Cassidy, that's probably like where the routers are. Oh, well, he took care of that. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hide over here and he'll never find me. Yeah, well. Yeah, because you said you're not actually starting today, right? It's just like getting stuff in order. It sounds like Canada's school system is very different. Wow, so you still have like a week. Coolies. Where are you going? Okay, cool. Paintball wore off at like the worst possible time. 3. Cat just bit it. Oh. Where'd you go away, cat? Now where is it going? What, 6? Maybe? Thanks, Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha and Kayamba are really trying to, like, re-earn my trust. They've been trying, like, really hard. They're healing a lot. Yeah, he's asleep in 6. You know, I used the cool drink when... Actually, I didn't use a cool drink when we started. Slipped and forgot. I was about to say, I used one... And I didn't have to use it until now, so that was a tragic waste. But it seems like I was lazy and forgot to use one anyway, so... My, lack of preparing actually helped out. So I say, yeah, let him have it. These, oh, it's gonna bounce off or whatever, just that. It's really that much faster to crouch when you're carving. I feel like you get the actual carve like earlier in the animation, but I feel like the animation is just as long. I guess the fact that you get the carve faster means, like, if you get interrupted, it's no big deal. It doesn't feel much faster. I don't think it's faster by a lot. Okay, now I think that's gonna be it. Talon. Cool, so I got what I needed. I think the only thing is
if I go back to Moga Village and look at the forecast for Moga Woods, if there's like 2 easy to kill monsters out there really quick, I think I'm gonna go do that just to get the resources real fast. Because that's what I need now. I don't need any other parts. I just have to come up with a bunch of resources, so I'm gonna go check that out. Otherwise, oh, you have to be going in 10 minutes. Okay, let me see if I have any good raid targets before everybody has to get going. Then I can do the resource farming off stream. Because if I can manage a raid right now, I would rather do that while I can than put it off for like 10-15 minutes and then not be able to do it. Yeah. I don't know who all we have here. I'm fairly certain Riley's here, and I don't know if Eno's down for a raid before he has to go. And Cassidy's here. Okay, yeah, let's do it. This is a very fitting raid target. I'm actually not going to watch long because he's playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, so I don't want, like, spoilers, but I can send you guys over there anyway. That'll be cool. So, yeah, usual hashtag Nintagious raid. Here is the link. I'm sending you over to Beautiful TV's channel. If the link doesn't work, that's spelled just like this. As I said, he is playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. He started his new file. I believe he got it digitally, so that's how he has it already. Yeah. So go hang out with him for a little bit, and I'll see you over there for that, and I'll see you back here tonight for my first day with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I'm hyped. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping, so I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. Like I said, I'll see you tonight. Thanks for stopping in, and